Sorry about that small minor technical difficulties, but we're going to keep the party rolling again. Let me start by reintroducing myself. I am Simply Fee, aka the bad guy, and thank you for tuning into another episode of Sister Sessions. Now, we're all human, things happen, technical difficulties happen, all that great stuff. But don't worry, we'll work right on through it, okay? So tonight we're going to talk about what? Venus versus Mars. And I see our main fellow, D Hoffa 1. Hello, you're in here, Send that request so you can come on live with us, brother, because we're ready to get into it. We're ready to touch on everything from marriage, friends with benefits, sex after 40. Ooh. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Again, thank you for being patient with us. Slightly technical difficulties, but we're going to keep on rolling, people. Let's keep on rolling with this, okay? This is what we do. No worries. My girls are coming through. Trust. Chime in. Get ready to talk about those issues that we can't seem to be on the same page with everybody else on. But don't worry. It's happening. It's coming in. Hey, Bougie. Sorry, technical difficulties on this end. We're working through it. We got it going on. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
You're human.
Yes.
Well.
Yes. Of course. I already introduced myself, so you take the mic. Introduce yourself before we get into all these topics that we got going on.
Hey everyone. Thank you for tuning in to episode 6. Episode 6 of Sister Sessions. Today's topic is Venus versus Mars, and I am your co-host today, the bougie one, A.K. Shirley. How y'all feeling? Hey.
Hey out there.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Yeah. So what I was telling the folks today, we're going to get into all those topics that we can't seem to be on the same page with the fellas. But don't worry. Our main guy, D Hoffa 1, he'll be joining us real soon. He's going to hold it down for the fellas. If you remember him from the last episode, man, he was chiming in with the gems that we can all use in regular day-to-day life.
Yes.
So let's get into this. Let's get into it as we wait for the other ones to join. So, I see you, just me. Come on in here, Bold. Send your request through so I can get you on the live, hunty. I see you.
Oh,
Here we go. Yes, here we go. So again, folks, slight technical difficulties, but let's get into it while we wait for the other ones. So, boom, and there she is. Hey
girl.
Hi, y'all.
Hey.
How you doing?
I see you, Tiafa. I see you, Bougie. I see you both. Thank you for bearing with us for these technical difficulties. So we're not going to hold the folks any longer. Let's get into it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yes, D Hoffa, send that request to come on live with us, boo. We'll let you in the chat.
Yes.
So we're discussing Venus versus Mars. Okay. So when we talk about Venus versus Mars, we're talking about the ladies versus the gents. However, we're going to keep it very respectful. No disrespect allowed on this podcast. So
how you doing,
one of the things that we need to talk about. Yes, so one of the things that we're talking about. Yeah, true. So one of the things we want to talk about is, why is it so hard dating in today's age? Why is it hard for us to date?
Ooh, honey, it is. I want to say it's hard for us to date because people be on. It's be on some next level thing that I've never heard of. We're women of a certain age.
Hello, ladies. How y'all doing?
We're good.
All right, I'm in here.
Welcome.
Okay. Yes, let me get you up to speed, D Hoffa. We're talking about, why is it so hard for us to date in today's age?
It's not hard to date in today's age.
No?
It's very much so not hard to date in today's age.
Not for you.
It's just the difficulties of what you're looking for while in the dating situation.
So what if you're one of those people, you really think you know what you're looking for, but you don't know what you're looking for?
Exactly. So if you're dating, you're just doing something. You want to intermingle and stuff like that, and now it's to each his own. However, when you engaging in dating, sure. All right, you're looking for companionship, long-term something, or you looking to have fun on some in-the-between time thing, or whatever. I've been on a dating app. I got a dating app I have on my phone. And Well, I got on this dating app when I was living in North Carolina.
Which one?
I'm from Pennsylvania. I live in
Which one?
Pennsylvania.
Tell us which one.
All right, hold up. I'm gonna explain something. I'll tell you what the dating app is.
Oh,
But
okay.
when I was down there, I got put onto it, and it was cool. I got it. I mean, went on some dates, met some people, and it was some good and bad. So, like, good and really very bad. It's cool, but this joint seemed like very legit. Still, I'm not mad at that. But it taught me something about dating because that's when I actually started dating. When I got on that app, I wasn't dating before that. It was just hookups and shit like that.
So let me ask you this. What is the date?
I don't know what the game is. That's the whole thing.
No. I said,
is.
what is a date?
Oh, a date?
What is a date?
A date? Oh, a date.
A date.
Y'all agree to go out. Whoever's taking lead.
To the date?
Yo, say again. I didn't hear that part.
I said, so how do you warm up to the date? Are you bringing her flowers? Are you planning ahead of time? Or are you just in the spur of the moment?
No, I'm not accustomed to the flower thing, so no, I'm not bringing flowers. I mean, I know that's a novelty thing. I understand that. But a date, like first meeting the person, a date, okay, however you want to introduce yourself or make your presence known, that's something you got to keep going. Not just on some introduction stuff. Like, you got to keep that going. Like, I'll bring flowers at the first date. Oh, she might be expecting flowers every so often or every here and there or something like that. And that's not something I do. It's the flower thing. So I can't mislead nobody.
But is it really, my question is, if you're dating,
I didn't get a chance to explain the date thing. Y'all should not have given me a chance to explain the date thing. Can I explain the date to y'all? Can I explain the date to y'all?
I'm just asking the question, sir. I'm just asking.
Let me explain the date to y'all then.
Let me
explain the date to y'all. Let me explain the date to y'all then.
Let him explain.
All right, let me come back.
Let me explain the date to y'all.
I'll wait.
A date. Okay, okay, it's cool. But if we meet up somehow or interact and exchange interaction and we agree to go out on a date, okay, it's the guy's initiative to want to go on a date. It might be the woman's expectation. It's the guy's initiative to want to go on a date. And the guy should, while interacting with this female before asking out on a date, to learn something or another just to be able to set something up for something. Okay. Or just to know that you can intrigue her with something she's not accustomed to or anything like that. But you've got to know what she may or may not like, just so you can just try to throw her off maybe. But the whole time with a date is to, while you're on the date, it's to learn something from each other.
Okay, so what is your ideal first date? Like, when you meet this person, do you feed?
Ideal first date? Okay, let's go grab something to eat. Now, it's just when I say go grab something to eat, y'all determine how or whatever. And okay, we can go anywhere. The guy's initiative again. What kind of place you want to try to impress her with, or just try to get comfortable to know something? Impression is one thing.
Yeah.
Trying to get to know something is the best thing.
I wanted to know, like, how do a guy pick a first date? Do they read off of the lady's energy or?
No, I just say I suggest a food spot myself. I don't know all guys. I suggest a food spot that I'm comfortable with or something like that. And I know it's like not so much as a very sociable place, but something that's like not intimate, like somewhere more sociable than intimate. But it's like you're cool, quiet, serene. Y'all can interact with each other, have conversation with each other. And other people are doing the same thing around you, but they're not worrying about you. Y'all are worrying about each other, trying to go on a date.
Know each other, yes. Okay.
So I have a question. I have a question because I hear everything you're saying. It's like dating with a purpose. But what if I'm one of those ladies who I like flowers and I might want you to bring flowers maybe once, twice, or thrice?
If y'all discuss that and he wants to impress you in such a way, if y'all discuss that and before setting up a date, y'all discuss certain things like that. Those are the kind of questions that came up. Okay.
Oh, so I see. Okay, so there needs to be communication prior to the date.
Like, I'm not supposed to guess or just automatically think. Like, when I just stated for myself, I'm not a bring a flower to a date kind of guy. And I wouldn't know if you like flower. Like, for me, if you like flowers, I don't know which flower you like. And before we go on a date. And I'm not bringing you that flower on the date. If that first date goes great or nice or cool, I might surprise you with some shit on some delivery thing or something.
Oh,
Okay.
That's me, not
Deliveries
the
are
next guy.
nice. Deliveries are nice. They are nice.
So
My
so
only
so
and I
is
was
the
just gonna
idea of
say the only thing
chivalry
I
still
kept
alive?
asking. That's what I was about
But
to say.
like, but if you're in demand for wanting flowers, that's your demand. That's you. If you're in demand expecting flowers, that's your preference. Now, if that's a turn off for your dates, well, you're going to keep waiting for that guy that brings flowers on the first date, and you're going to learn something after that. You're waiting for you're waiting for that first icebreaker. Your first icebreaker is bringing flowers.
okay.
Okay,
Right.
Dates are
fair enough.
about icebreakers and stuff like that. Dates are about icebreakers.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay, but you're
but
so if I
let me
learned
just
that you
ask
want
you a
flowers,
question. Let me ask you a
okay,
question about dating because uh, she had said something about chivalry, right? Chivalry.
chivalry,
You know, that's something that you don't see too
open
often
doors and
nowadays.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Pull out the
Yeah, open
chair.
car door.
Pulling out.
I
Bring a
understand that
flower.
part. That okay,
Bring a
chivalry is one
flower.
thing. She didn't say chivalry. She specifically said flowers. She didn't say chivalry at one time or another.
So we
She
think
said
But
some
bringing flowers
women think
not
flowers.
that
being
bringing
Flowers. Be
chivalrous?
flowers is an
chivalrous. I
act of
understand.
chivalry.
Be chivalrous.
It,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Yes.
mean, but women can be chivalrous as
Hold
well.
on. I can't hear baby girl. My fault saying baby girl, but I can't hear you up top on the. What you say?
I said that ties in with opening the door and pulling out the chair. Give me a flower to
Okay.
smell my.
Okay, I'm not supposed to be exact, I guess, understand, but flowers not my thing. When you say flowers, I'm gonna tell you, flowers not I'm not okay, I understand. Like I said, that's in the conversations before the date happens.
Okay. So,
If a person wants to do that,
so if the young
that's up to
tells
them.
you, then you would do it.
No, she told me that doesn't make I'm gonna do it. No, no, not no, not I'm just gonna do it. Like I explained, did y'all not hear what I explained the first time?
You did.
Did you
Yes,
if I learn she likes flowers, if she likes flowers, okay, if she's expecting on the first date, I said me personally, I didn't speak for all men. Men will do
oh,
it. I
Look,
wait
promise
a
you.
minute.
look,
Hold
D
on, let me just
Hopper, you
say
got
this.
you
Stack,
got somebody on your side.
yeah, Stack just said it's dead, y'all. That's considered corny these days.
Who said
Dang.
that?
Well, dang. So flowers are considered
I didn't say
corny
that was corny
these
these
days.
days.
No, no, no.
I
We're not
don't.
saying, no, no,
No,
no. We're
not
not saying you
you.
said that. That's one of the comments.
Oh,
Not you.
So,
oh
so
shoot.
I guess that proves the point why dating is so hard and we can't get on the same page because we're
No,
looking for
dating
guys to
should
be
be
this.
dating is like a filler out process to me. Dating is a filling out process. If you like to have fun, what you like to do, what you don't like to do, you know what I mean, what you're into, what you're doing. Stuff like that. Dating, that's what if people choose to date. Like for me, I want to have fun, just to, you know what I mean, kick it around a little bit. I'm gonna learn something because I'm gonna ask questions in the process. I'm not just sitting there just jolly gag with it. A date is a date. However you set it up, that little sipping paint thing, or go do some top golf or whatever. However you set it up, however it's set up during the
Okay,
date,
okay.
Okay.
And you know
especially the
what?
first date.
So
Right.
wait, I got a
So
question. I have a question. What do you consider a good first date, bougie? What's a cute first date to you?
Oh, a cute first date.
You gotta give me some
Mhm.
examples for you to
No,
ask me that question.
No, it's
no, I'm asking, I'm asking, bougie. Just because you said as a man what
A
yours was,
bougie
I'm
first
asking
date?
bougie.
that me.
Um,
That
You asked me what a bougie first date would be?
now we're asking the host that we call bougie what she consider a good first date.
Oh, that's your name. I'm sorry. My fault, bougie.
No, so
I'm
because we
sorry,
because we want to
bougie.
make sure that D Hopper leaves with some examples tonight.
right
Okay.
for me.
All snups. All snups. I know how to go on a date.
we can talk about that on a phone. Wait a minute. Stack BB said, don't take me on no date to learn about what I like. We can talk about that on the phone. So we can talk
Exactly. I'm gonna
about
learn
the
that.
date.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
can
Now,
talk about
exactly. That's
the
what I said.
date.
That's what I said. Precursor to the date. I'm gonna learn what you like and
Okay.
don't like. And when we go on a date, now if you go on a date, you can learn something else. I didn't say learn what you like. Well, I maybe said
Okay.
that, but you're gonna learn something else on a date.
Okay.
But you gotta learn something before you go on a date. because you got to be willing to want to go on a date with that
I
person.
agree that
Okay.
you talk on the phone or something and get the chemistry going first. If the chemistry is right over the phone, I think in person, that's when you discover, when you say, hey, let's do, a first date. I like a good happy hour. Y'all know a happy hour every Wednesday, every Sunday.
See, you want to get somebody to get drunk and tell the truth.
You know what?
Get drunk and tell the truth.
So,
She wants somebody to get drunk and tell the truth.
I'm gonna hit that bullshit button.
so with that whole dating concept, that leads me into our next little topic, our next question. Do you think that's why people sometimes just settle for the friends with benefits? Like, why date if I have a friend that already knows me? They know whether I like flowers or not. I'll just give them, a little benefit to being my friend.
I don't think
What do y'all think about that?
I don't think it's nothing wrong with a good.
Those are certain setups to happen. I'm sorry to say something, but those are certain setups to happen. You can say something bougie. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I think friends with benefits are good. If it's hard for you to date, why not? Like Felicia said, like the bad guy said, fine. Y'all know each other. Y'all know.
But can a situation with friends with benefits turn into something more?
Absolutely.
Those things happen. Those things definitely happen.
Absolutely.
That's not a common thing though. With that situation, that's not a common thing.
It's not.
It happens.
Okay, so we have C9049 says, listen, I like a man to show me his authentic self. If he's not into flowers and flowers are important to me, my choice may result in me declining future dates. Okay, I see you.
I'm definitely there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm with that.
I hear you. Okay. All right.
And my
So
thing
that's
is
why we're
this: when we
seeing.
were talking, if we're talking about friends with benefits, right? My question is this: as a woman, do we have a tendency to catch feelings quicker because friends with benefits
I
might
think
cause us
friends
to
with
start liking
benefits is
you a
a
little bit
female
more?
thing anyway.
What'd you say?
I think
Elaborate, Hoffa.
that's a female dominant thing. That's a female dominant thing.
Elaborate.
I know guys
You
that
think
use
so?
women. Trust me, I know that. But guys that use women, they're not. Well, all right. I know guys that lie in people's faces and say this or that. Okay, cool. But friends with benefits, that whole friends with benefits thing is more of a female dominant type of situation.
Why
Guys
is
use
female
women to
dominant?
secure their situation. Sure, I've seen shit. I've seen a lot of situations. Guys that use a woman but see, they ain't friends with benefits. They're trying to claim a relationship and stuff like that. With a woman, it's easy to say friends with benefits. I got a bill getting paid here. I got drink money for the weekend over here and stuff like that. Not saying that every woman has a lineup, but in certain situations where a woman might have that friend, whereas though, okay, this guy, shit, we not so much meet up, but we ran into each other enough times over here. We done linked up on some not so get together shit, but
I
you
ain't
end
even
up getting
gonna
together.
lie. Refined by Tina the Barber,
Listen.
she done put that nail on the head. She said, women just don't talk about it. We move in silence, honey. We move in silence.
Well, listen. No. We have code. We just be like, yo, that's my bro there.
Yeah,
Your bro.
that's
You
my
ain't
brother.
related.
Whatever it
That's
is,
my
That's
bro.
my
That's
cousin.
my
brother.
I've
bro.
been cousin before. I've been cousin, but I wasn't the beneficial dude. I benefited. I was cousin a lot of times.
Kevin Gates.
You know what I'm saying, cuz? What up, cuz?
Okay, Kevin Gates.
Listen. I always been. That's
Not
just
that
my
cousin
homie.
though.
That's just my homie. I'm like,
Definitely
oh,
not
I'm the
that cousin.
homie now. Okay, my
That's
little
just one of my
buddy.
homies.
Okay. Okay,
I
so
didn't.
now
I,
that we're talking about friends with benefits, let's get into the benefits. Because we're all of a certain age. We all got that little itch that needs to be scratched, that little tick. So what about on that benefit part, that sex part, sex after 40? What's that looking like for us now?
Wonderful.
it's looking the same for me as I've been
I want to
living.
know
I
who's
don't get
over
a lot.
40.
I don't get much of any of it.
It's
Wait,
But
wonderful.
when you
It's
do
what?
get
been the
it,
same
is
for
it
me all
good
my
or is
life.
it bad?
Well, it's different. It's definitely different.
How?
Wait, how?
How? You got to come in and tell
Function.
us how
Yeah, come
sex after
on,
40
Hoffa. What you
different.
doing?
It's different.
But
Like how?
how?
What's
I
different
don't know.
about having
It's
her sex with a woman over 40? What's different?
oh no. Well, nah, it's not different that in that sense. Women over 40 still freaks like they was in their
That's
20s.
right.
Ain't nothing different about that.
Nope.
Definitely nothing different about that.
Listen. I will say we don't have all what are those
It's just be the
inhibitions that we
hookups be a
used to
little different.
have.
The hookups be a little different because we can go back to the young bull stage or the in your 20s or in your 30s, how people wasn't hooking up with you then, but okay, now it's a different light, or however you was doing it then. I mean, the interaction's still the same because the women move the same in their freak mode like they was when they was younger. Men move the same in their freak mode like they was younger. It's not different at this age. It's really not that different.
Well, I can tell you
Everybody has
what
the
is
same.
different about sex after 40. Like I said, you don't have all those inhibitions. It's like, oh, that's nasty. Girl, it ain't nasty no more. Redefined
Ain't
by
nothing
Tina, the barber
nasty.
says it's better, and I
Now
agree.
people say it's
Better.
nasty in
Better.
public, but it ain't nasty in private. It was never nasty in private. Some of them still say it's nasty in public. They still some people still deny. Some people still in denial because they don't want to be
Hopper,
shown.
No,
you got to come off that corner.
Hopper.
You got to come off that corner, baby. Get you a grown woman
Yeah,
because ain't
yeah,
nothing nasty
Hopper,
to
because
it.
a daggone grown ass woman, if you grown, you
I don't
gonna
mean
make sure you
nasty
go for
like
yours. Like,
Right.
I'm so sorry.
Right.
I'm so
Really, really
sorry.
not.
Trust me. I'm talking about sophisticated women as well. I'm talking about very sophisticated, so-called got degrees, PhDs. I'm talking about every level of any type of education or no education. Women, period. And I'm not saying all women. I'm talking about the ones like they were in their 20s. Okay, you got a little more refined with your little who you are type of thing. Okay, cool. That's very much cool. That ain't the sheets. That's the streets. You still the same freak in the sheets. And
Honey,
you ain't holding back.
listen, if
You
I
ain't
have
holding back a
pearls
whole
on,
lot
I'll be
more this
clutching
time.
them.
You're not holding back a whole lot more
Now,
this
now,
time, man.
now that is true. Now, Hopper, I will say that is true. That part is true because younger age,
Gosh,
you kind of like tit tit tit. But
it's
when
not
you
so
get
much an
older, you
image,
ain't
but
really
it's
holding nothing back, and you going for yours. Like you ain't gonna sit up there and just walk away not happy.
That's right.
And if you walking away unhappy, shame on you.
Like it's the last.
today a woman is not walking away unhappy. Back then
No,
a woman was walking
stop it.
away
I know a
just having a
lot of
good
women that
time.
walk
She
away
thought she
unhappy.
was having a good today a lot of women ain't walking away well, yeah, they are, sure, of
They
course.
are. They
A nigga
definitely
ain't
are.
just excuse my language. Not every well, not most dudes ain't going to just sit there and be like, oh shit, I got to make up for my mistake right now. Nah, but a woman today wants theirs more so than a woman back then wanted theirs. It wasn't a woman that they already going through the process. Y'all know now. Y'all know better now for yourselves.
Oh, okay.
I want this
Okay,
much pleasure.
see,
Okay,
Hopper,
I
see,
think he's
this is
giving us
why
a
I'm happy
compliment.
that you're on this live. I'm happy that you're on this live because you're talking about the women that we going out for hours, we getting ours, we're not walking away unsatisfied. So are women the new niggas now?
Oh. Hmm.
All right, for the women in our age bracket, I think I'm 45. Y'all about that same age too, I guess,
Don't be trying
in
to
my
like,
estimation.
don't be doing that.
I'm not
That's when
judging
we
y'all
go on
age. I
the
don't care for
show.
your age.
Don't do
I know
that.
y'all about my age.
Not, not,
Y'all in my age bracket. Y'all in my age bracket. Y'all was born in the 70s. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
He ain't lying.
The women
I
in my
mean, he
age
not.
bracket were the niggas. Were niggas when we was young.
Mahogany. Go ahead, sir.
The
Sorry.
women of my age bracket were niggas. Not women are new niggas now. A lot of women are new niggas now, but most of the women I know were niggas then.
They just wasn't telling nobody.
They
They was,
No, they was
the
doing
bad
the
guy.
role
You see the
game.
bad
It
guy?
was the
You
role
see the bad
game.
guy? You see how hard she laughing?
But I know a lot of
Listen.
oh,
because there was a lot of alpha females. I like there's women that claim to be alpha females. Okay, but there's alpha females out here that I ran to and I said to their face from being around them. You's a nigga. You ain't a lady. You's a nigga.
damn.
But so, all right, So what you're saying is that yes, females are the new niggas, which means listen,
No,
I
females
saw
are the
a
new
clip.
niggas. Females been the new niggas. Hold on. Excuse me, ladies. Hold up, Rick.
Oh, no, wait a minute. What the? Now, wait a
So
minute. Now,
he
wait a
said
minute.
so.
Be
Oh
hot.
no,
So
I don't.
wait. So
No, I don't.
to prove my point, what I'm saying as ladies being the new niggas, I'm saying that we're now like
It's a lot of
we don't have
well,
sense
and I'm
of
gonna
the we
say
don't
I'm
have
gonna
the
explain it like
emotional
this. I'm gonna
tie.
explain it why women are the new niggas in y'all estimation, and partially in mine too. I'm gonna explain this.
Okay.
It was the breakdown, that societal breakdown thing that people always talk about, especially our people. Always talk about that societal breakdown from about, I guess, you can go from the 20s, 30s, 40s into where like the 70s, 80s came in, where that household breakdown came in at, where the woman had to be the stronghold of the household and the woman was the only one in the household. Yes, they had to play both roles.
Okay.
So to be a man, you got to be a nigga. And
Okay.
it didn't stop. That process hasn't stopped. That systematic process has
That
not
right there,
stopped.
he just made a very good point.
Yeah, that's
He
deep.
just made a
So
very
has
good
it
point because
so
when you
so
are,
as so
go ahead.
go
Oh, I
ahead,
was just
Bo.
saying, so when you are mother to your children, but you have your needs that need to be taken care of,
Right.
you have to assume the role where I can't have an emotional connection to you. I need you to satisfy this itch so I can go home and handle my business. Is that what you're saying?
Right, because the single
Gotcha.
woman with the children
Gotcha.
once her itch is scratched.
Did she go?
But
Yep.
she has to play stone cold nigga sometimes in a situation where she has to not let that happen because she has to play mommy and daddy.
Got it.
Gotcha. Very good
And
point.
So
sometimes and she gotta sneak it in like a nigga sometimes in those situations.
so
She got
so what
and they
so
learned
with
it.
the women being with the women being the new niggas, when y'all gonna come up to our level and you alleviate that pressure so we can go back to being ladies, so we can go back to getting the
Well,
flowers, so we can go back to
Mm.
the dating and having fun. When we gonna come up with that, fellas? Don't let me
When you
down now.
gonna
Don't
relieve
let
us
me
of
be a
this
nigga all my
pressure?
life.
well,
When we get
stop.
relieved?
Well,
I need the men to chime in and help this man.
when they delete emasculation out of their processes.
Ooh,
Oh.
ooh.
How could
But wait.
Ooh.
How is this demasculating happening?
right.
In a lot of situations, in most situations, it's a trickle effect where they're trying to drip drop it, and whereas though a woman will identify it as signs or signs of encouragement or this or that, whereas though where it may start as that, and the guy wasn't adhering to it, now you're throwing in more curveballs with your slang is emasculation.
So are
And
you so
Yeah.
men are sensitive. I can understand that. Men are sensitive. I'm not going to sit here and not say that. Men are sensitive,
Uh,
but emasculation is a whole nother thing.
Okay.
Like women don't
so do
know
you feel
when they're
that
doing it most times,
Okay.
okay, I see what you're
Okay.
saying.
That's
I
but
see what
fair.
women
you're
do
saying.
do
That's
it
fair.
deliberately in
That's
situations.
fair.
Women do it
No, that's
deliberately in
fair.
situations.
okay.
Men
That's
like
very fair. That's very fair because a lot of times, and I say this, I've had to learn how to watch my mouth because our mouth gets slick. Like who you talking to?
Right.
You know, and sometimes,
it
and I said
happens.
this
It
today,
happens. It
there's a difference
happens.
between a man leading and a man telling you what to do. There's two different
Now
things.
that's another one.
You
That's
know,
another one.
and a
You're
lot of
right.
women, we think just because a man might be trying to lead, he's telling us what to do. Then we be like, who are you talking to? When we aren't even allowing that man to get in his role and lead because we
And here's
so.
the problem with that. And here's the problem with that because it goes back to that systematic little situation that everybody claims is the problem because nobody fought to be or whatever like that. The man so much. Okay, if the man was being separated from the household, why the man ain't fight so much to stay in the household? I could say
Mm.
that.
Mm.
I can give a lot of reasons. I can give a lot of reasons because it's the woman putting their foot down. And I can give a whole lot of breakdowns, branches off of that tree.
But if the one
I can give a whole lot of branches off of that tree.
the But
But
what if the woman is putting her foot down because the man is not leading like he's supposed to?
it's not the woman putting her foot down, though. It's the woman being fed to put her foot down. And what she's being fed is what she's being fed, and she's accepting.
Are you saying she's being fed, meaning friends are in her ear?
No.
What's
Systematic
feeding?
stuff still systematic. It's still
I get
systematic.
it.
Okay.
It's still
So I get what
systematic.
you're saying.
I
get what you're saying.
not so much the ideal way of life, but to be in charge instead of being told. I can tell now. I can tell you what to do now. It's my shit.
So she's just supposed to.
It's my shit.
Well, you want her to be just.
So I see what you're saying.
Oh, I'm not
So
saying
when you're
that.
talking about,
not submissive. Not submissive.
so when you're talking about like, you know, systematic processes making the woman the head of household, you're talking about where, let's say you're down on your luck,
the woman
you need
has to lead.
assistance. And they encourage the woman not to have the man in the house, therefore
No,
forcing her to play both roles.
Now I'm gonna speak off experience of what I see and what I'm around and what I'm like close to knowing. What I know. Situations as far as the systematic breakdown, like I was saying. But what was intriguing to the men, that get money thing to please a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
It all came from that systematic tear down. The women got intrigued by the men chasing that dollar.
Yeah. And
While they're being conditioned to be the head of the household in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Women were the head of the household before the systematic process.
Yeah.
Women were the head of the household.
This is true. Yeah. I got you.
Way back in the 20s, way back in infinite time.
They would, take care of the kids.
No.
Women was the head of the household anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
But you had the man lead. The man, and in certain situations, not all, it was the woman feeding the man what to do. Okay, but there's men that led themselves and wanted to take care and provide.
It's okay for a man to feed a woman to feed that information to a man. That's called support.
Yes,
as a wife or you're a woman, you're supposed to support him. Normally, behind every strong man is a woman.
That.
You know what I mean?
I'm not denying that.
So
I'm not talking about
I see what you're saying. No. I'm actually agreeing with you, Hoffa. I'm agreeing with you.
That's why I said I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
That's not the part. That's not what I was getting at. I'm talking about the alpha female.
Oh, well.
The one that's in a position where she say, I got this. I don't need a guy. I need a guy for this. And
we need you for one thing and then we're done.
She thinks she can dictate how the guy come and go, however which way. And there's guys that a woman can get their hands on that will be dictated. Yes, there are that. There are those situations.
Yeah, they are.
We see it every day.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. So how do we break that vicious cycle and get back
break molds, period. But I don't know what mold needs to be broken.
That's fair.
I don't know what molds actually need to be broken. I can't say for exactness what molds need to be broken as far as dating and this older generation. Well, us getting older in the generations. Like, I can't say what needs to be broken. The mentalities are hard. Like, you can't change the player's game in the ninth inning. Some of them mentalities is hard to get out of.
Stuck in their way. That's what this is what they saw in their household growing up, and they carry their situation.
Learn processes.
Right. Learn processes.
Muscle memory is a mofo.
So does that mean that you take, like with me, right? There might be things that I watch my parents do as a parent I didn't particularly like. So as a parent now, I'm not doing those things. I pick and I choose.
Yes, you're part of breaking that mold.
Okay.
I understand that. I have a moral compass. I have a way of believing.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Things I very much don't agree with that I've witnessed when I was younger. Things I've learned through processes not to agree with that I might have engaged in or something like that.
Okay.
That I've learned through processes I don't agree with. Like it's like that. There's certain molds you can break, certain molds people don't want to break. Like they might want to, but just won't get out of that. Won't get out of that habit.
Okay.
And see, this is why dating is so important to go back and ask these questions. So, we are able to get back to the idea of men running the household, the idea of marriage, the idea of coming together as one. That's why all this is so important.
Right. Agreed.
And everybody's a reader now. You got to read situations. Everybody's a reader. If you can't read, you can't read. Because one thing can be said, your eyes see it different, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been taught this, and some people are just ignorant enough to want to tell you and still show you otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, the nigga in
That's
me
why you ask
says
questions
that's
to
how you're
learn.
supposed to
Like a
roll.
person, and then people talk about, I'm just testing you. I was just testing you, and stuff like that. Okay, cool. Nah, there ain't no fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Nah, it ain't always about all that.
Oh, I like
That's why
that.
you ask questions. You
I
gotta
like
always
that.
ask questions, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Because if you tell me one thing and I see differently, I'm learning something. That's why you ask questions before you go out on a date.
Mm-hmm.
And then you ask questions while you out on a date.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So throughout the whole conversation, it sounds like the big issue when it comes to men and women is, yeah, we want a date. Yeah, we want the sex after 40. Yeah, we want the man in the household leading. We just don't know how to communicate and get there.
Not every woman wants that. Not every woman wants that. Not every man wants to be a part of that.
Mm.
So it's like,
so there's the problem again. There's another problem
but
that we
there's
need
not
to
a problem.
address.
Not every household's supposed to be like that. That's the ideal way of thinking.
So you're saying that's the ideal way of thinking. That's not.
That's the ideal. Everybody be married, booed up, household, nobody. God didn't create utopia. He created that essence. He created that essence. He didn't create utopia, though, for us to live in utopia.
I want to live in utopia.
So, yes, everybody does.
I mean, so that's why I feel like it's important you wake up every morning and you make your own utopia. If you aren't happy with something that's going on in your life.
Can't, unless you're very delusional. Unless you're very delusional, you cannot make your own utopia.
No, you can make your own utopia.
Yes, it is true. It very much is true. Unless you're very delusional, you can't make your own utopia.
You trying to tell me I'm delusional? I make my own
If you think you
utopia
got your own
every day.
utopia,
Sir.
Oh, you about to get the bowl
I'm happy
started.
for you. I'm happy for you.
Oh, okay. Because I'm very intentional with my day. So if you bring me foolishness, I don't want it because that's not utopia. So stay over there with that. I choose.
So what's utopia to you?
My personal happiness. I know what that is each and every day. And I make sure I achieve that every day. That's my utopia.
Okay.
Which
nobody will be
you don't have one?
Without conflict? Without interruption? Without disturbance?
Without.
I'm asking. I'm only asking.
Without. So here's the thing.
Without any of that.
It's always a place for fallout, right? But the thing is, how long do you allow the fallout to stay in your presence? How long do you allow the fallout to be in your world?
So utopia does include that with you, right?
It can.
Okay, cool. I understand. I understand that. So I understand that. I'm not going to dispute that. That's utopia. That is utopia. Because there's going to be misunderstandings.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's not going to be misunderstandings every day.
There's nothing perfect. There's nothing perfect.
It won't be misunderstandings every day.
Exactly. No, there won't be. It's more understanding than misunderstanding, of course. I just said there will be misunderstandings. Not every day. I didn't say every day. I said there will be misunderstandings.
Yeah.
I don't mean frequent.
Go ahead.
No, I said I don't mean frequent.
So
I just
Created
said
to Be Great says it's important to communicate the intentions so everyone have the opportunity to make a choice. I like that. Created to Be Great.
Yeah, communication is key.
Communication has always been key. That's common sense, though. Are we sitting here?
Well, you know what they say about common sense. Common sense ain't so common for folk.
It's not.
Well, it's common. It's common to folk. It's not common to use. It's just not common to use for folk.
Seriously.
Common sense been common. It's just not common to use.
I'm not saying it's not common to everybody, but to a lot of people, it's not common. And on top of that, people can't.
Yeah, not common to use. No. It's common to everybody. Everybody know common sense. They just say, forget it.
Or
they say, forget it.
Motherfucker either.
Okay, if you knew better, you
Everybody
do
don't
better.
know how to communicate. That is true.
Okay, that's a whack statement. If you knew better, you do better. Everybody knew better. Everybody was told when they was young, don't do that.
That ain't true. That's not true. That's not true.
Everybody was told in their
That's not
younger
true.
days, don't do that.
Racism is something that is taught. You can have a black and a white person not hate each other, grow up right next to each other, and it could be something that is taught or given to them, and then they now have that complex because it's been taught to them.
I'm not saying racism is a common sense thing.
But common sense is the same exact
Common
thing.
sense. I'm talking
Common
about
sense might say don't touch
morals. Racism is something that's not got to do with your morals all the time. Racism is just like you said, learned. Racism is learned. That ain't got nothing to do with common sense.
Learned.
That's something that's taught. Like
morals are taught, or are they learned?
Racism ain't got nothing to do with your morals. Racism has nothing to do with your morals. Racism is a taught thing. If you can't learn something, your morals is your morals.
You said common
If you're racist,
sense.
you have no morals. If you're racist, you have no morals. That's simple. If you're racist, you have no morals.
He making some definitive statements here.
So refined by Tina the Barber said,
Well, listen.
Is
right. Racism, listen, what they say about racism, it's taught so you can always unlearn it. There's certain things that you can unlearn if you really want to unlearn it.
Everything is teachable and unlearnable then.
Absolutely. Because
everything
when you're born into the world, you have no idea how the world is until somebody teaches you. You learn from that person, and then you set that example for the next person. So everything that you're taught, you can be untaught. I truly believe that.
And everything's a triggerable thing. Everything is triggerable. Everything can be triggered.
Well, absolutely. Those are those other things that we don't want to address. That's why it's hard to date some people, because we don't want to be exposed as being vulnerable and having those triggers go off. And now you don't like me because you ain't bringing me a flower. Now I don't want to date you no more.
Exactly. You want to express that part to me, though. You want to express that part to me because I didn't bring the flower, or why you ghosted me, or none of that, though. But I'm going to be told that sometime down the line by a buddy of yours or somebody that knows you, that saw or know me. Yeah, she did. You won't tell me that, though. At all. So where's the communication at in that? Where's the communication at in that? Huh? Where's the communication?
Teach me how to communicate, and then we can date and be happy. But one thing we are going to learn also while dating and communicating is compromising. You may not like the flowers, but I do. You may not. You may not like to take long walks.
Y'all can't remember nothing I said. Y'all can't remember anything I said.
No, I remember everything you said. Now I'm trying to teach you something. You want to learn something new.
So I have to bring the flowers on the date. It's for you. For you. I will have to bring the flower on the date.
Is that we've let you talk, and then we try to give you our side, and you haven't wanted to listen. We're trying to talk about what Refined by Tina the Barber said. Everyone doesn't know how to communicate.
Okay, go ahead.
So sometimes when you, like right now, I'm like, let us say something so we can give you our side. So you might hear she say she wants them flowers. Maybe if you get the flowers,
she said, like you said.
I mean, you gotta listen. You gotta listen too. Part of communication is listening. I'm sorry.
Give us your ear.
That was the bowl.
Listen, y'all. We really are not beating up on D Hoffa. He is holding his own for the fellas. I will tell you that right now. He's sticking to his gun.
Look at me, look. Me and you
will never
part. Come on, we love you, D Hoffa.
D Hoffa, listen, bro. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I would want to see you on here on another topic, because you sticking to your guns, you're holding it down, and you being a raw alpha male right now. And we have 3 alpha females. You like, y'all ain't about to back me in the corner. I said what I said. And you ain't
and I don't classify myself as an alpha male. So, and I don't even classify myself as an alpha male. So,
I mean, you hold your own as such. You hold your own as such. Much respect for that, sir.
I'm very strong with my opinion.
We see.
It's exactly what you say. You don't have to put yourself in a category of being an alpha male. It is that's just you. And because that
It
is you, you
exudes.
have 3 alpha females willing to follow you, listen to you, and learn from you. So maybe that's what we have to teach these guys. You don't have to say you're an alpha male when you're an alpha male. And same thing to the women. You don't have to say you're an alpha female when you're alpha female. It shows. People know. Then they follow.
Your whole demeanor, your whole demeanor will just.
If he only brings
Oh,
flowers because
we
he's
find
looking
by Tina the Barber says, if he's only bringing flowers because you want them, it's not genuine. Well, girl, thank you for putting me in my place. But you know what? Fake it until you make it with me. Fake it until you make it with me.
Exactly.
Okay?
A guy is going to get that coochie. He's going to get that coochie. He's going to get that
He
coochie.
might.
That's what he's going to do. And she
then
wants to
learn
give it up because she got them
compromise with me.
flowers. She's going to give it up because she got them flowers.
with the flowers.
She got her flowers. She giving that coochie up.
And after he gets it, he's gonna bring flowers every day, all day. Honey, I bought you
Every
flowers
day.
because I was just thinking about you. I bought you flowers because it's raining today. What?
Right, because he want that coochie.
I mean, it is what it is.
Listen. And the nigga in me said, you can have it, but I want them flowers.
And Refined by Tina the Barber said that's for the ass, not to last.
Exactly.
Okay, we know.
Exactly.
We bring the flowers
He
because you want
said
some
it.
ass.
I'm
But we
telling
don't say
you.
this there. Once you get that ass, you're going to keep coming back.
He said it. He's
Listen,
not lying.
Tina the Barber
He's
is
not
holding it down
lying.
with Hoffa too. We about to send her a request to come on
Tina
here
the
too.
Barber
She's
on
holding
here
it
too.
down too.
We getting Tina the Barber on here. We talking to her later.
Oh my God.
Y'all
We about to
wildin'
put her
too.
on
Y'all
the next
wildin'.
slide.
We do, T. Hopper. That's what we do.
Well, dear Hoffa, you have
Tina the
been
Barber said to let
absolutely
you know she's a she.
wonderful.
She's a she.
She's a she.
My fault. I'm sorry. She heard me. She heard me say it.
She was listening.
That's right. Correct.
She was
Look,
listening.
you learned something today
I
too. See,
appreciate the correction. I appreciate the correction.
She right.
You stay
I don't want
learning
to know
from
because I
us.
didn't hear Tina. I didn't hear Tina. You said Tina the Barber?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The first few times y'all said it, I didn't hear Tina.
Oh, and he's
That's
polite,
okay.
ladies. Do you see this? He's polite. He can self-correct. He said, I
Ladies,
apologize.
yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What
So
she
let's
say?
look at
I'm
that.
only going to do what I continue to do throughout the relationship. And that's true. It's called consistency,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So if you start out sending flowers, I'm going to need you to
Exactly.
keep sending flowers.
Right.
I'm not going to lie. I love
And then I'll
flowers.
give you some of my flowers.
I don't got a problem with flowers. And I told y'all that.
Tina DeBar said, thank you, sir, D. Harper.
See, she.
Yes. Yes.
Anytime, Tina. Anytime the Barber.
Oh.
Listen, we had a lot of fun on this live. D Hoffa,
Yes.
listen, you all right with me. I
Yes,
love
D.
the
Y'all all right with me.
energy, all that.
Y'all are all right with me.
Yes.
Y'all more than all right with me. Shoot.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm gonna take me over. He came out swinging like boom, like
What?
no. Bam.
I tried to
He
get my
said, I
guy
said
on
what
here.
I
I tried to get my
said.
guy on here. I asked my guy. He said, nah, I know you got it. He said, nah, I know you got
I
it.
mean, you held it
He
down.
said, he said,
You held it down.
he said, you know I got it.
Oh yeah.
I want to go in the
So
bar
you
and
gonna
go
tell
get
your
him right
friends
quick
that
too.
y'all
He's
need
still
to
sitting in the
clock
bar.
in.
That's that
You
alpha
He's
tell
still
your
sitting in the
friends.
bar.
You gonna make sure your
Say
friends
again?
clock in on Thursdays at 8 o'clock, correct?
You want me to clock him in right now? I'll go clock him in right now.
No, I was saying on Thursdays at 8 o'clock, you gonna make sure y'all are here.
He's not going to be there.
Oh,
I'm sorry for my
Okay, well,
honesty.
you be here.
you gonna be
You
here
be
though.
here.
I
You hold
can.
it down.
I can. Well, see, if I go in there, it's going to be loud music playing. I can't do that.
Mm-mm.
And he's not standing outside. I don't want to disturb. Yeah, we ain't going to hear nothing if I go in there.
Listen, we got D Hoffa on location, y'all. We got him on
Right.
location, so bear with us. He's on location. He out in them streets for us, giving us those gems that we need.
He had the joint.
Yeah, I mean, I got my guy, but he inside with a loud music playing. I can't get him out here. I don't want to disturb this joint we got going on right now. I don't want to do that.
That's cool. That's cool. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at
Because
you.
y'all would have been like, what the hell is this
Listen.
nigga doing? He got us all here waiting and shit.
Thank you.
Listen, this episode of Sister Sessions has been really fun. I think we're definitely going to do another Venus versus Mars edition in the future. But before we
I
go,
can
I'd
watch
like
this back because
everybody
I
to
gotta
leave
see
us
these
with a
comments.
final
I ain't
thought.
follow all the comments.
The comment.
I was trying
Yes,
to, but
yes, D Hopper, we actually recorded, and if you go to sisters to our our page, you can rewatch it so you can read the comments and you can hear yourself talking and us and all that.
yeah, I want to see who tried to correct me so I can. Yeah, I mean,
You gonna get on there? You
Don't
gonna
go
get
in
on?
on them, boys.
no, I'm not. I don't want to see where I
Don't
was
get
being
on.
corrected at. I might have misspoke or
Fair enough.
Well, that's
double
okay. It's
back
all
on.
a learning
I might
process.
Yeah.
exactamundo. That's why I said I need to see this drawing back.
Thank you for joining us.
Yo, I appreciate
So
y'all for having
everybody,
me.
yes, thank you, D Hopper. We're not gonna hold you much longer, brother. We appreciate you. You're gonna be hearing
Yo,
from us again. How could we not?
preferably not. What? Well, that's cool too. Shoot,
And tell your crew we ain't never scared.
That's cool, honey.
Tell your crew. We ain't never
I ain't mad at you.
He said,
Shoot,
"Tell your
listen,
crew we ain't never scared.
never.
We ain't never scared."
listen.
Never.
They call me the master
And listen,
debater.
if anybody else ever wants to join us live, come on, send the request in, send a DM. We'd love to have you on, hear your opinion. But right now, we're
I
gonna
got
wrap up
on
this
just by
episode with a final thought.
I got on just by interacting that one joint like a month or so ago.
Yeah.
Y'all was on there, and my comments it intrigued y'all somehow,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
y'all said, "Hey, why
Now
not?"
look at you.
Yeah, we thank you.
Now look at you.
Y'all about to get me blacklisted.
No, not at all, sir. Not at all, sir. Not at
All right,
all.
well,
Not at
our
all.
host is about to close us out before IG closes us off. So, the bad guy, we need you to close us out, honey bun.
Uh-oh.
So, okay. Thank you guys for joining us. And here's my final thought. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, the most important thing is communicating. If we don't communicate, we don't know how to be in love with each other. We don't know how to pursue each other. We don't know how to understand. So you take nothing away from this. Communicate, cooperate, and shit. Bring the bad guy flower every now and then.
That's what I'm talking about. Bring the bad guy flower. Thank y'all.
Every
So we
now
love y'all.
and again.
D
Y'all
Hoffa
be
gonna give me
safe.
my look. D Hoffa gonna give me my flower, y'all.
I
Bet on that.
got a
The
couple
nigga
for
in me
you. I got
say,
a couple for
listen,
you. I got a couple
yes,
for you,
the
Miss
nigga in me
Felicia.
say he gonna give me that flower. He
I
gonna
got a
give
couple
this.
for you. All right, that's cool. I
Okay.
got a couple for you. I promise you that.
Say,
I got a couple for you.
All right.
less. Say less. All right,
Y'all be
y'all.
safe, people.
Good night, y'all.
You be
Thank you.
safe.
Thank
Love
you, guys.
y'all.
Thank you guys for coming and seeing us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.